All right, shalom to the elect. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak, Wadash. Double honor to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. And peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, beginning with the 144,000. I'm the brother Yawanathan, back with another quick lesson. The Lord wanting is edifying. And this is just going to be a quick CBDC update, digital currency update, because this is an important prophecy. This is going to directly link into Revelation 13, verse 16 through 18. All right, the MOTB, Mark of the Beast, Charagma, Micro C-Hip. You got to know what that is, because we're all getting ready to enter into that hour of temptation that the scriptures speak about. And that's going to determine, who's the Lord's chosen and, who's the elect ultimately, who's not going to take the MOTB. So it's very important. And you don't really hear any other Hebrew Israelite camps speaking about these things. They rarely ever talk about CBDC if they ever do. And they're not really following the progression of, the prophecies concerning economic collapse and digital economy or digital currency coming into play. And every time you check the news and, look up CBDC on Google, you could just put it in the search bar, go to news, filter it. You're going to see that all these countries throughout the world are moving towards that digital economy. All right, this is a global effort. And this is how we know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai Shai, because that is the reason why here at Great Millstone we speak so much about it. It's because it's not us, all right? It's the Holy Spirit. And we have to give warning to our people, you Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, whether you hear or forbear. Whether you believe it or not, we still have to speak on these things because we're the prophets. And, when you read Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, the Lord is the one that set us up to give you warning from him. All right, from Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. So that's what we do. And we don't really care. You call us tinfoil prophets or whatever, conspiracy nuts. We don't care, man. All right, because we have confidence in the spirit, and we know that we have the testimony of Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit of prophecy. So we've been prophesying these things, beginning with the apostles, of course, of Great Millstone on down. We've been prophesying about this time for years. And, we basically finally here. So this is just an article quick from cryptobriefing.com. They always putting updates on CBDC and what's going on in the world concerning cryptocurrency, because this is a form of cryptocurrency, blockchain, etc. It says EuroCBDC advances into preparation phase, European Central Bank. And this was published yesterday, which was October 18th, all right, 2023. So it says the ECB, the European Central Bank, has not yet decided whether to issue a digital euro. The European Central Bank announced today that it is moving forward with developing a central bank digital currency for the Eurozone. This is what they're saying. We need to prepare our country for the future, tweeted ECB President Christine Lagarde, or however you say that. While we haven't yet decided whether to issue a digital euro, we're getting ready. That makes no sense. And this is the deception of the so-called white man, Esau Edom. All right. This is why we need to watch carefully and have we have to be fully persuaded, because they're over here telling you, well, we're going into the preparation phase. We're going into this phase. And, we want it to be established by this time, but we're not yet sure if we're going to do it yet. How does that make any sense? You don't get ready for something that you don't think is going to happen. While we haven't yet decided whether to issue a digital euro, we're getting ready. So we're in the preparation phase of issuing a digital currency, but we're still not sure if we're going to do it yet. You people gotta, I don't mean to say it like that. Brothers is on point, but you need to realize that this man's not going to tell you straight up what he's going to do. All right, he's doing it in your face while telling you, no, we're not doing that. That's why the scriptures say, never trust thine enemy. And this is why we lean on the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shai, not of our own. All right, Proverbs, what is that, 3 and 5? Not of our own and not of the so-called white man or anyone else. All right, it comes out of the scriptures because we know that this is going to happen. The ECB said it has designed a digital euro that would function as a digital form of cash that can be used for all digital payments, coexisting with physical cash, leaving no one behind. And eventually they are going to get rid of physical cash. Because what would be the point? That's like still having payphones. Where's all the payphones at? Where's all the train tokens? What happened to all of those? Well, at least, here in New York City or New York, state of New York, you have the MTA. What happened to all the tokens, the little bronze tokens with the hole in the middle? Are people still using that? Do they still accept that? They just straight lied through their teeth, man. This man's the devil. And this is why I'm doing this lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah, because they keep saying this. They keep saying that, when we issue the digital currency, cash is not going to be done away with. This is more convenient. This is just, a more private, secure way to do things. And that's a complete lie. It's actually the opposite. When you have less things in a digital database, so to speak, you have less of a chance of your data getting breached and all of that. When things was more just physical, hard cash, actual substance, it would be harder for somebody to steal it from you because they got to go through your physical persons. Now they could just hack into your account, take your money. I mean, how is any of this safer or more convenient or private? It's the complete opposite, man. But yet you stupid ass people, you're going to eat it up. All right. You don't have no idea what this is leading to. You don't know what the will of the Lord is. You think this is just the future of economics and it's the smartest, move to make and all of the, advancing of the technology. This is a way to entrap you into this digital system, into a digital captivity. Because through finance, you can enslave people. Proverbs 22:9. Let's get that real quick. You can enslave somebody through debt. And they've already done that with the fiat currency, with central bank, printed money out of thin air, monopoly money, or money magic. They've already ensnared you people. You're already kept in captivity to the central banks. You already owe trillions of dollars of debt. Proverbs 22:7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower servant to the lender. All right, so the central banks already rule over, pretty much everybody in the world. All nations, all economies, they rule it. The world is in $305 trillion of debt. If you look it up to the IMF, International Monetary Fund. Okay, so these people already control everything, man. And now they want more control. That's why they're bringing in this digital economy to ultimately bring in the chip, the CHIP. It says the central bank has completed an initial 2-year investigation phase. So they put in all this time, research, effort, and money into something that they're saying, well, we're not going to do it. We don't know if we're going to actually issue a digital euro. Come on, man. Who the fuck is believing this shit? And we'll now enter into a 2-year preparation phase to build the infrastructure and finalize the design of a potential digital euro. So you're going to waste 4 years. You already went past the investigation phase. Now you're in a preparation phase, but you're not really preparing because, you don't really know if you're going to do it or not. But you're still going to prepare to do it. Yo, man. It says this phase will include selecting technology providers, testing various options, and further engaging with the public stakeholders. So, these little, potentials and, the semantics that these devils use, that works on the rest of the people. That don't work on the men of the Lord. That don't work on the Lord's servants, the prophets. All right, Amos 3:7, the Lord already showed us his secrets. All right, through the teachings of Great Millstone, beginning with the head apostles on down. All right, we already know what's going to happen. We have the testimony of Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit of prophecy. We know that it's going to happen. It's not a maybe, if, ands, or buts. It's when. After the preparation phase, the ECB's governing council will decide whether to officially issue a digital euro. So they're saying 2 years. Hey, hopefully it's quicker than that. Hopefully it's faster than that, because they already have really everything they need to push this thing forward. It's just happening in the Lord's time. All right, everything is happening on the Lord's time here, not on man's time. This is 2 Ezra 4, 14. Actually, I think it is 4. Let me see. 4:37 probably is. Yep. 2 Ezra 4:37. By measure have he measured the times, and by number have he numbered the times, and he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. So you can't alter time. You can't make things happen any faster or prolong it to make it longer. It's all happening in Yahweh Shai's time. And that's why we watch closely. That's why the Lord told us to watch as well as pray, because he didn't even know. Yahweh Shai himself said he didn't even know when these days, would come. We have certain signs, which are also like tokens that show us, what's going to happen next. But we don't exactly know when this thing is going to happen. So we watch it close. We report on it for you brothers and sisters out there, of the sincere, hopeful elect who are watching, who believe, and who are getting ready to endure these troubling times to come. That's why we do these lessons, to keep you always on point. Make sure you in the loop. We doing this out of love, but I'm been trying to watch my language on these channels, but you got you weird ass Israelites out there who, you proclaiming that the Lord is dealing with you, but you don't prophesy these things. You're not letting anybody know about what's going on and how this is going to affect our lives. If the economy goes digital next month, is that not going to affect all of our lives? How is that not going to be mentioned in the scriptures? We in the last days, we in the most perilous times that mankind has ever seen, the most wickedest evil times. And you think the Lord won't give us a hedge, like letting us know what's going to be happening in our time to protect us, so we can have some type of defense against this shit and something to hope in, that we know, we don't have to fall to the temptation of taking this, MOTB. You think the Lord wouldn't let us know that? Now we just dealing with it and we just got to figure it out? Nah, man. Yahweh Shemel Shah love his elect more than that. But see, that's what shows that you guys aren't the elect, because the Lord ain't show you. You whether you know when you sold out, you definitely ain't the elect, or whether you just sincerely don't know, that means the Lord ain't putting you on. He's not letting you know. He's not showing you his secrets. That means he doesn't love you. He's not calling you his friends. It's fucked up, but hey, it's fucked up to us. But it said my ways are not your ways, and it ain't even, I don't really give a shit. I didn't mean to say it's fucked up like I really care, but meaning that's just the cold truth. It may sound harsh, it may sound mean, but that's the Lord. That's how the Lord deals. So, only the elect is going to understand this and be able to discern, the time and judgment that we're in, and be able to see that, hey, well, this is definitely leading to that prophecy. And that's why we're going to speak about it so much. Just finishing up the article, after the preparation phase, read that. The bank said a digital euro would offer the highest level of privacy. See? Oh, wow. Yeah, sure. And allow offline transactions, unlike existing digital payment options. The ECB, so basically the money, the selling things, buying things, selling things, sending payments, you doing transactions, it will never be offline. So that means obviously these people don't keep the Sabbath. There's supposed to be a day out of the week where you don't buy and sell, which is known in the Bible as the Sabbath. Are they going to follow that? No, this system is going to be running 24/7. If you owe money, they're not going to have to wait 2 to 3 business days, 3 to 5 business days. They're taking it in that second. How is that more private? How do you have more security that way? No, you're going to be monitored more. The money is going to be controllable because it's programmable. It's digital money. It's a software. It's not even nothing. It doesn't exist. It's just numbers, man. How the hell is that more secure? The ECB emphasized that the digital euro would not replace physical cash, but complement it. Yeah, sure. Just like the way, going back, if you just look at this man's track record, you look at all the ways that we used to do things before. You used to put quarters in the car, the meter. Now they got a machine. You could just tap your phone. Where's all the meters at then? Were those devices meant to complement meters, or were they meant to just do away with the meter? To do away with the Metro token? To do away with flip phones? Is anybody still using a flip phone? Can anybody even still access 3G networks? No. They don't have 3G no more. It's only 4G, and they about to get rid of that. And now, the 5G thing. And I think they even planning on going to 6G. Anytime this man progresses with the technology, the old technology it fizzles out. But they keep trying to give you people security by saying, yeah, don't worry about it. There's still going to be cash, because people know something ticks off when you hear about a digital economy. And it's because that's really a spiritual thing, because this is what's going to happen. They're going to make that RFID micro C-HIP mandatory. And if you don't take that, you won't be able to use this digital money. So people know something is up, man. At least some people, they could feel something in their gut, so to speak. That's what people say. But it's really a spiritual thing in your mind. You kind of questioning it. You're not really trusting it as you should, or as you shouldn't trust it, should I say. It says the bank said its goal is to ensure the euro is ready for the future as digital payments become more common. Be ready for something that may not come. Yeah, right. The central bank plans to continue working closely with European Union policymakers as it advances to the next phase of potential CBDC development. So let's go to I meant to have Habakkuk 2. Let's read Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. What are the visions, the prophecies, the actual literal visions that the prophets of Israel, the men of Israel, Israelite men saw concerning the future? All right, this vision is for a future time. That's what it says in the NLT. So meaning you may have the dream, last year. It's not going to come to pass till 1,000 years later. It's all up to the Most High's measurement of time. You don't know the exact date and time in which the vision was, the vision that you were perceiving. You don't know when that was. So when the prophet had received that vision, all right, that was a vision of the future. And the future, like they say, the future is now. The future for them back then is what we're experiencing now in our present. So that's what it means by appointed. When you click on the word appointed in the Hebrew, there was a particular, when the prophet had a vision, that was an actual day on this planet. That was a future day that was going to come. And they didn't really understand it to the extent that we do now, because they were looking through a glass darkly. Now we're looking at it face to face, like the Apostle Paul said. The word appointed is H4150.
Strong's H4150. Moed.
Right, so it says appointed place, appointed time. Let's see, sometimes the Hebrew Chaldee lexicon is better. A set time, a point of time. All right, the vision belongs to a time. So what does that mean? The vision was actually a time. It was a literal event that was going to take place, and the prophet already saw it before it actually took place. So what does that mean? That means that while we're here on the earth right now, we have to be watching out, watching the times, watching the news, seeing what's going on in the world, and it has to be in the scriptures somewhere. A prophet had to have seen it in a vision. And that's what gives you the understanding. You can't, if you don't know that, if you don't have that knowledge, so to speak, which is the same thing, essentially, if you don't know the prophecy, when you see these things happening in real life, you're not going to equate that with prophecy. You're not going to say, well, yeah, that's the will of the Lord. This is what the Apostle John saw. You're just going to ignore it. And that's going to be to your own detriment. It says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So it says it describes the end and it will be fulfilled. So these devils over here saying, well, we don't know if we're going to issue a digital euro or digital currency. But no, you have to do that, because that's what the prophet saw. You have to do that. That's what the appointed time is. The time is now. You have to bring this CBDC forth, and you have to rush it. They over here rushing that thing. 2024, we trying to get this done. We trying to, forward this program, because the Lord is putting the spirit on them to complete it. Proverbs 16:4. The Lord have created even all things, even the wicked, for the day of evil. And this is the day of evil that's coming, because a lot of people is going to be met with the consequence of death for not wanting to take the MOTB. That's how it's going to come. All right. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed. So even if it seems like it's taking a long time, we've been talking about it for years, it's surely going to take place. It's not actually tarrying. It's just measured. it's an appointed time. It means we have to wait to get to that day for it to actually come to pass, and what the prophet saw in his vision. But in the meantime, in the in-between time, we could see how it's gradually leading to that. You have to be able to see that, because just like a measurement, you may have a measuring tape that measures at an inch, but guess what? When you go in between those inches, you got centimeters. And when you go in between those centimeters, you got millimeters. All right, so we're counting every little millimeter in this thing, man. We're following this thing very closely through faith, because we know that it's true. And we know that, and we know that because Yahweh Shema Shai, through the Holy Spirit, gave it to us by Hashem Rakak Wadash. And we're fully persuaded. We can see it. All right, we can actually see it. So, yeah, this thing is very real. Don't let these devils fool you and making you think that, cash is still going to be around and, it's just an optional convenience. It's just something if you want to participate in it. No, they're locking you people into the MOTB. That's what this is. This is not the end all be all. This is not where it stops. All right, the end all be all for them is micro hipping everybody on the earth. Everybody. All nations. All right, all people. So, yeah, that's pretty much the point. Just a quick update. Follow this thing. Be paying attention. Look it up. Do your research. Because it's here. And it's not going nowhere. It's just going to actually come to pass even more. So call Allah Yahweh Shema Washai. Hope and pray you were edified through the Holy Spirit. Rachak Wadash. And Lord willing, I'll see you in the next lesson. To the elect, Shalom.